Hello world, this is Clarence Scandelle Johnson with Genderswag Equality TV and Media. I'm okay with me, so I don't mind you. That's Genderswag. Genderswag is a mindset, not another label, of unity conscious people, special individuals. We're all special. But when you're thinking unity consciousness, you are definitely in league with the mindset that is Genderswag. Our motto is I'm okay with me, so I don't mind you. That's Genderswag. Our website, which is under development, is www.genderswag.com. And this show, and I say show because I have done these recordings for quite some time now, is called Walk That Talk. My dear friend Alex, he is like such a heaven sent individual in my life, and God will send his love in the form of human attributes, gifts, and just kindness and things that represent the Lord in such powerful ways. And you are blessed and anointed when you have these people in your life. So, Alex, I love you. But Alex jokingly refers to me as the universal minister. And on my wonderful odyssey, which is looking for God. Wait a minute. Y'all have to see this because this is too cute. I don't know if y'all can see them, but they are like children all over the place. They're running loose, running wild. And that to me is a sign of heaven. I know you people out there are snickering, but when you search for God, you find God on the regular. And you know his voice, you know his touch, you know what he loves, you know his signs. That's what I'm trying to say here. There are signs of God everywhere. Here's the thing. I don't want to go off on a tangent too much today because my mission in my life has been to find God and to be as close to God as I possibly can be. I've gotten to a point where I really do not care what other people think about that. I don't. My journey with the Lord has been such that he has shown me that he is my only true friend, my only true provider, and the one who can move this world without even, losing a breath. I mean, that is such a weak analogy, but that's the best I could come up with. It's like 40 degrees out, 30 degrees out. But you get the point. One of the things that I learned through my journey for the Lord, or to be with the Lord, is humility. This world is so vain, so prideful. Everything is about us. Everything. I mean, the way we dress, the way we talk, the way we eat, the way we sleep, the way we poop, the way we don't poop, the depression, the happiness. It's so me. And you know what? That's all well and good because we're here to learn about ourselves. But the spiritual epiphany that has landed very gently upon my brow, now that's a good analogy, right? Has landed very gently upon my brow is the fact that humility is the real power. That's right, folks. If you look up humility in the humble, that's what I looked up real quick before I got outside. It's just a bunch of jargon about weakness. Really, you sum up all, they have like maybe, I think it was Webster's, they pop up. It could have been Wiki, which I love, y'all. We should donate to Wikipedia as soon as I get some money. I'm going to send them. I think they're asking for $16.50. I know people laugh and snark and stuff, but I love Wikipedia. God bless you. And I will contribute ASAP to their existence because they really are about helping us out, helping us dumb folk out, learn some stuff. and they do a good job. I don't care what you say. That's how I feel. Anyway, getting about to ooh, that was not very humble, was it? But here's the thing: being humble is the real power. I'm trying to tell you. I'll give you an example real quick, okay? In counseling, one of my charges, I call it, with addiction, I have had a pattern of me, in a way that, my me is not as bad as a lot of people out here, which is why I do the work that I do. I have been called to do the work that I do. I believe God created me because He knew that I would be pliable, according to how He's shaped my life, okay? And I am, and I want to always be humble, being able to receive information. You understand what I'm saying? Being able to learn and get past your ego is what I'm talking about here. So anyway, so in treating addiction, and addiction is one of the curses of this world. It is the ultimate me, you know, curse. It ruins your soul. It's just all about dragging you down into darkness, where all the adversary, that's their turf down there. And it's really about being stupid and valuing the flesh over spirit, and just turning your back on God. And God gave us free will so that we would not be sliding right on into hell on like a kiddie monkey slide, we used to call them. You could slide right on into hell on that monkey slide of ignorance and earthly pleasures. The old me, and I say the old me, was really, really, really invested in trying to be successful. Being LGBTQ was the priority at some point, and my existence and my importance, I should say, was solely based on LGBTQ existence, and I'm equal and all of that stuff. And it's very true. It's very, very true. But you know what? There's a more humble, for me, a more powerful way of looking at the equality, and that's because people who understand the real power in this world and in other worlds, which is God, you understand that you are brother and sister to everybody on the planet. And I just got this from a very powerful prophet. I forget his name. I will come back to him because Saint Michael, God bless you, Saint Michael. You led me to him yesterday, and I adore you for that. Saint Michael is now, oh God, just everything. And I'm really glad to have these relationships, these new epiphanies for me, the homecoming, and I'm getting all that now. Why traditionally the wisest amongst us refer to death/transition as homecoming, because in heaven all these things are already how you are. I mean, you get up and Michael is there. You get up and our beloved Queen. Virgin Mary is there, of course. Christ is there, and the Lord and the angels and all of those things. And this prophet that I turned myself. Look at that! You see, me, humble, Clarence Johnson, humble. That Saint Michael, the archangel, turned me on to. He had a death experience where he was gone for a ridiculous amount of time, and in heaven, a lot of people you hear about their near-death experiences, and they just they land right in the pit of hell. But this gentleman was on the other side, and I love it. And my faith is growing by the second. And Saint Michael, thank you again for leading me right to his front door. I'm like anxious now to get my schoolwork out of the way, because for those of you who don't know, I'm in school and I'm at 54 years old. I'm going for my BA in science, in counseling with a wonderful university online, GCU. I love you guys. Mwah, mwah, mwah. So there you have it. But getting back to being humble, what is wrong with turning the other cheek? I mean, okay, if you're being pursued down an alleyway and you've got people running after you with knives and guns and pitchforks, because let me tell you something, that stuff still happens, okay? In the right place at the wrong time, you will find that to be very true. Trust me. It depends on what the ego distortion is. It could be your skin color. It could be your sexuality. It could just be a plethora of any me. God, what is the word for that? Ego. Ego side. Let's make that word up today. It's ego side. There's genocide. There's ego side. So when somebody is coming, like I think our very president, Donald Trump, is egocidal. I know I'm just making this up, but it fits so well with him. He is such a me dude that we had no choice but to raise him up, because our patterns, our vibrations, our me obsession, led us to having a leader of our nation who is the epitome of me. Really, if you are in league with this spirit, our president and what have you, your me is out of control. You are not in a good headspace. You're not in a good spirit. You are just, you're headed for darkness, I'm telling you, if you're not already there, because what he stands for is really what is of this earth, and not the big prize, which is, being in a place of peace. No. I'm with my guardian here. Look. Come on. For those of you who don't know him, that's Bear, and he is a gift that was given to me by heaven at a very dark time. I'm telling you, life is full of miracles, and if you guys are invested in miracles, you will continue to chat with me, because miracles are here every day. I have a big piece of wisdom that I put out from heaven, which is expect miracles, but you want to try to be in league with people who give you the God of today, because the God of today is the God of every day. Back in the olden days when he parted the Red Sea and all of that stuff, that was miracle work that he did according to the need that was there at this time. Now, the metaphorical sea, I believe, of mankind is ourselves, our ego. Me. That's what we're obsessed with. And that sea needs to be parted, because the me is the Pharaoh, and we have been enslaved by the me since forever. And so I believe Spirit is telling me that now the big me thing is the Pharaoh, is the adversary at a high point in our human evolution, our spiritual evolution. So be wary of your me. Always try to correct yourself. Is there another way where humility is powerful and your me is not as powerful? So it's going to take a minute, like it's doing with me right now. I'm correcting myself. I'm changing my pattern. My vibration is elevating. But I'm going to have to keep slapping myself on the wrist lovingly and saying, okay, that's too me. Let me rephrase that. Da. It's just like going to school and learning a lesson. You have to study. You have to, you got to do your thing. But I tell you, okay, before I forget, I want to give you the example real quick about the addiction. Okay, so I have this charge who is beloved to me. I'm lucky that the Well, I think all my charges are going to be beloved in a similar way, but this is one of my first responsibilities with someone who's dealing with addiction other than myself. And it's very important for me to phrase things in the, well, am I doing me? I don't know. But I do love this person very much. But this person, because of the me in both of us, pushes the right buttons. And I know anybody out there, parent, mother, brother, sister, father, uncle, cousin, sponsor, psychiatrist, you know what that's about those buttons being pushed with addiction. It's all this out of whack me. Just me all over the place. Taking a poop on the floor, pissing on the walls, me. That kind of stuff. And so the buttons were pushed, and my me came back at his me, and nothing was getting done. We were getting worse. We were getting sicker. And when I say we, I think it's very important that people who are in the industry, and I say industry because you know who you are, where you make money by ministering to people with what you've learned, sort of what I'm doing, and you don't recognize that every time you open your mouth and give wisdom, you are also ministering to yourself. So you have to be careful about getting into me territory with that, because then you feel like you're in a place where you could start doing me stuff and you're not accountable for it. We're all accountable for it. So anyway, getting back to this example, I had to come back to a place of humility and say, you know what? I apologize for my behavior. I apologize for what I said to you. I apologize. I realized that it was this, and I realized that it was that. And, luckily for me, there is a certain amount of love that's there, because usually you don't get that opportunity if there's not this sort of attachment that this current person and I have. And then, it's gone. You will be stuck with it. It doesn't mean that you can't have the epiphany, the spiritual awakening within yourself. If you lose the opportunity to share it with that person in the flesh, don't worry. Save it for another day, because it's there to be used for the rest of your life. Okay? But I turned my other cheek, and, it has changed the course of my immediate life. I am so different in a way that's so extremely powerful that I'm like swimming in bliss with this new realization of the power of humility. I want to thank the heavens. I want to thank Blessed Mother. I want to thank Christ, Yeshua, my beloved friend and champion and all of that. I want to thank the Lord, the Heavenly Father. I don't know his name, but Yehweh, you rock. And then Saint Michael, I love you, man. Oh, I'm telling you, this dude is real. He's so powerful. He's so powerful and so humble. At the same time, he rocked my world with what he did in defense of the Lord himself when Lucifer started smelling himself up there in heaven. I mean, seriously smelling himself. But that's a story for a different time. I'm going to wrap this up. But again, humility is key. So if you are in a situation where you feel like, you've been violated, you've been pushed to the point of no return, that's not true. Humility is the key. It is power untapped in this world. If you learn how to use it, to wield it, you will become very close to the Creator, and you will receive all the blessings that come with that, I don't know, it's not level 1, but it's a real big reward. There's a treasure chest of blessings behind this, and I'm just tapping into it. So that's my message for today. If you guys want to check out Genderswag, the best place to do it right now would be at Genderswag.com. And then also our Instagram account, which is Insta /Genderswag, GenderSwag. Membership is free. All you need is a picture Me. I have to get y'all. I have to, I have to work with the me now to make change. That's what the Lord has instructed me to do. That's what I'm doing, and I love it. Because you send me your picture, you send me your personal quote for equality and what it means to you, along with some other doodads, like maybe you're a business person and you're promoting your business. I reserve the right to refuse to put that up or put it up, just depending on what it is and all that stuff, because it is unity consciousness at the end of the day that we are promoting by membership. The membership is free, but that's all you need. You can send your picture and your equality quote to me directly at Genderswag, GenderswagSwagYou at gmail.com. Okay, and that's GenderswagSwagYou at gmail.com. Love you guys.